Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about the Silver Surfer Annual 4. It's part of the Korvac Conquest crossover. I do have to say that this story does have its own legs. It stands on its own. Here we have Nora and Rad having to deal with the Guardians of the Galaxy. There's a conflict between them. Also, the really interesting thing is that we're in the Guardians of the Galaxy, the first Guardians of the Galaxy's future. And the Silver Surfer during that time was Quasar too. So he's crazy powerful. So the main premise of the story is that we have Silver Surfer being called to this planet. It seems to be like this paradise, and the leader of the place, his name is Marsach. Pretty quickly, we get a exposition dump where Marsach explains to Norrin that his people were refugees from another planet, that the place that they came from was plagued by war, and when he arrived to this planet, he had these insane powers manifest. He can pretty much warp and alter reality, and he created this paradise for his people. Also, he has made it that his people do not age and pretty much are immortal. And what happens with this leader, he tells Silver Surfer, look, there's a team of people coming to this planet. They want to steal my power. They're a danger to everyone here. Obviously, we're talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy. And just in case, we're talking about the Major Victory lineup. And what happens is that when they set foot on this planet, they enter into battle with the Silver Surfer. This battle is so off the rails that it's almost like cataclysmic. It's pretty overkill. The thing is that they start wrecking the place so bad that Marsach has to step in and resurrect two kids that were killed by the destruction of this temple, and the rubble just crashed onto them. And everyone's like, holy crap, you can bring people back from the dead. And then he just stops the Guardians in their tracks. And out of pure fury, he starts torturing them, like super aging them up. And Silver Surfer is able to talk him down and realizes that something's off about the guy, even though he knows that he's good at heart, that what he did was a product of his rage over the fact that they were destroying this planet that he loved so much. And that's when we get the explanation from the Guardians of the Galaxy that Marsach's powers are actually Korvac's. That when he was last defeated, he had hidden parts of his essence throughout time within his own bloodline. So Marsach is a distant relative to Korvac. In many ways, like Voldemort, like all his relatives were like Horcruxes in this particular crossover. And that one day Korvac would decide to remanifest himself and take this power away from everyone. So when Marsach discovers that the nature of his powers come from a place of pure evil, he decides to give it to the Guardians so they can keep it away so Korvac cannot remanifest. Knowing that this will lead to the death of his people and the whole back part of this story, it's extremely tragic that he has to undo this whole paradise and pretty much condone all of his people to die pretty badly because they're going to age up very quickly once he releases his power. It's pretty impactful. Like Silver Surfer's flying away from this place and everyone's like super old and decrepit. It's very dark. So we're going to leave things here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.